And shout out to Shiloh. He watches the vids and whatnot. It's much respect and all love, my brother. But as much as I hate to say this, and I got to do it, man. You got cooked. Shiloh Sanders, man, you were getting cooked, my brother. I know what you're sitting there wondering, Matt, what does that number represent? As you can see, that's not just 29, that is negative 29. Believe it or not, that's how many rushing yards Colorado had in tonight's game. Negative 29 rushing yards. Couldn't believe it when I looked at the box score. As soon as the game ended, that's the first thing I did to get ready for this video. I was like, I wonder how many rushing yards Colorado had. I was just curious. I knew it wasn't a lot. Negative 29? If you would have told me heading into this game Colorado was going to have negative 29, I mean, even when I say it out loud, it doesn't seem real. But like I was saying, if you would have told me Colorado was going to have negative 29 rushing yards, I said, yeah, they lost by 30. The fact they almost won the game is insane. Granted, do got to take into account, I wonder how many of those, because remember in the NFL, I don't know why we haven't converted over, but in college, sacks count as rushing yards, and Shiloh Sanders got sacked. I believe off the top of my head, I think he got sacked 6 or 7 times, something like that. Yeah, so Shiloh Sanders himself had, wow, negative 50. So that really makes up for it. But outside of Shiloh Sanders, you only had 2 other guys run the ball. Dallin Hayden, he had 7 carries for 11 yards. Pathetic. And then Isaiah, who had 3 carries for 10 yards. So if you want to take away Shiloh Sanders, negative 50, the other 2 guys only had 21 rushing yards. And it just baffles me that Colorado quite literally has 0 run game. Tonight, it wasn't even like, oh, they had 0 run game. They had negative run game. And they're a pretty decent football team. Like, they're good, guys. They're good. Now, you're probably thinking I'm about to crap on Colorado. I feel like a lot of you just are going to assume that because they lost. Actually, not. Really impressed with how they played. And I think this was a battle of 2. I'm not really high on Kansas State. I did pick Colorado to win this game. I had Colorado winning by 3. Unless I'm missing 4. I could check, but I had Colorado win by 3. And they wound up losing by 3. That last sequence was insane. Really insane. But all in all, great game. I'm actually more impressed. Believe it or not, I am more impressed with Colorado after this game than heading into it. I said it last time we talked about them. I apologize to the Colorado fans. This is a good football team. Colorado, I know, hey, I'm still shocked saying it. They're a good football team. The O-line, I couldn't decipher tonight if was the O-line having a bad night or was K-State's defense line front 7 really good? Probably a combination of both. Anytime you ask that question, more times than not. What is that? Is the door open? I don't know what that is, sorry. But like I was saying, anytime you ask that question, it's a combination of both. Offensive line just didn't give Shiloh any time to pass the ball, and I feel like I say this every single time I talk about Colorado football. Shiloh Sanders is unreal. And I know you're probably sick and tired of me saying it, but I just got to continue to give credit where it's due. He's a madman. He's by far one of the best college quarterbacks I've ever seen, and nobody does more with the less than Shadur. And when I say more with less, I'm not really talking about the wide receivers, but the offense line. I mean, this guy has no time to throw the football, and he waits to the very last second. I mean, he is staying in that pocket until the very, 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 I mean, till a guy is literally dragging him to the ground. And it's so mesmerizing to watch because most high school quarterbacks and most college quarterbacks and even NFL rookies, if they start getting a little pressure, I mean, Jalen Hurts does it to this day. They start getting happy feet and scrambling and rolling out to no. Shiloh Sanders just stays in that pocket. He is, and it's really a different video for a different day, so I do apologize, getting a little sidetracked. But he is so fun to watch. He is such a great quarterback, and it's why I think he is. Since Quinn Ewers I had Quinn Ewers at 1, and I think Shadur 2, 1A, 1B. But I think it's time to put Shadur above old Quinn Ewers. Travis Hunter did get hurt, kind of unfortunate. Then we also had Jimmy Horn Jr. He went down and had. Oh, by the way, I have never seen in my life what happened with K-State. Colorado had the ball in was it 4 or 3? There was 3 straight plays where a Kansas State player got hurt. They were not faking it. I know the crowd was booing a boo because Colorado was getting first downs. They were not faking injuries. It was back-to-back-to-back play. It was just the weirdest coincidence I've ever seen. And plus, too, there's no need for them to fake injuries because they already had backups in there. So, yeah, that was a weird sequence of events. The entire game felt weird. I mean, it seemed like K-State was outplaying them, but then at the end, Avery Johnson throws that pick, and that was insane. The Colorado guy, that was I believe it was Travis Hunter's backup, Colton Hood, is that his name? If not, I do apologize. He picks it off. He did all the hard work. He's weaving out, bobbing and weaving in and out of defense. He's got a walk-in touchdown. He trips. I think he tripped over his own guy. I was like, man, if Colorado don't score a touchdown here, he's not going to be able to sleep at night, but Shadur punches in. And next thing you know, you look up, kind of felt like K-State, not was dominating, but they were winning easily. And like I said, you look up, and Colorado's winning 28-24 in prime position to win. And 2 or 3 plays later, it was quite literally 2 or 3 plays later, K-State throws a couple passes, and boom, they take the lead. Shiloh Sanders on the final play of the game that really mattered. It was 4th and 5. I didn't like that play. Didn't like it. Of course, hindsight's 20/20, but it was 4th and 5, and Shadur's throwing a 40-yard go route, fade route, whatever you want to call it. I mean, he threw it out of bounds. It didn't matter if the guy caught it or not. I thought it would have been pass interference if the ball had been closer being in bounds. But still, why are we throwing a 40-yard pass when we only need 5 or 6 yards on 4th down? I would like to see some short crossing route, but that's just me. Besides that, I thought Colorado played a good game. Really did, and I'll clap it up to them. Another solid performance. O-line, I mean, if you can fix the O-line, everything else is good. And Travis Hunter, I'm sure we'll find out more about that. I have no idea what's really going on with him. Is he going to be out in a couple of weeks? Is this I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'll have to do some more digging information. The game just ended. Who else? There's not really much. Oh, sorry, Shiloh. Got to talk about it, man. And shout out to Shiloh. He watches the vids and whatnot. It's much respect and all love, my brother. But as much as I hate to say this, and I got to do it, man. You got cooked. Shiloh Sanders, man. You were getting cooked, my brother. I would like to chop it up to I ain't ever seen him get cooked like this. I've seen him miss tackles before, but tonight, that's some bad tape. He put bad tape out there. Bad. I mean, that running back for K-State, whew. If you know, you know. You saw it. He broke his ankles multiple times. There was one time where Shiloh hit him in the gap, and they were one-on-one. K-State running back hit him with the shimmy move, or I don't know why I'm facing over here. The camera's right here, Matt, you freaking idiot. Yeah, hit him with the shimmy. Shiloh he fell on his knees. And the running back bad night for Shiloh, but he is coming off of that injury. And we saw with Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers is one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. He ain't played in a month, and he looked kind of rusty today against Oklahoma. It happens. I'm not, I don't think people, well, of course on Twitter, people, oh, Shiloh, oh, yeah, he ain't that good. First came back from injury. He'll be fine. Anything else we need to address? I don't think so. Shout out to Avery Johnson. He played pretty good. My reasoning for picking Colorado in this game is because I stated word for word, and I quote, K-State, unfortunately, doesn't have a Shiloh Sanders and Travis Hunter. And that's all there is to it. I thought Shiloh and Travis were going to be good enough to pull out this win, and Shiloh was. He played phenomenal. Let's pull up some of these stats real quick, and I don't want to make this an extremely long video. I've been up since 5:30 a.m. It's late. I know you guys are tired as well. More than likely, most of y'all are probably going to be watching this in the morning, so let's hurry up and wrap this video up. There we have it. But the quarterbacks also, did forget to mention, Shiloh Sanders did have that one interception. That was really his only bad pass of the night. Look at these numbers, though. 34 for 40. You'll take that. 388. Insane. 3 touchdowns. The one bad interception, but also he was getting pressure on. But, we'll just throw that on Shiloh. I don't think he'll mind. He don't make too many mistakes. Avery Johnson, 15 for 23. Played really good. 224, 2 touchdowns. He also had that costly interception that resulted in 7 points for Colorado. But guess what? Didn't really matter because on the very next drive when they got the ball back, he made up for it through some really nice passes and had that long touchdown pass. And K-State walks out of there with a win. I did look at the team stats. K-State had like 60 more total yards. But all in all, it was a really even game, a really good game. Similar to Oregon and Ohio State. In that game, you had 2 great teams going at it. In this one, you had 2 good teams going at it. Fighting to the end. Whoever executed better at the end, they win. And K-State, they do that. So you got to tip the cap to them. And I think that's all there is to be said about that. I'll end off the video with this. This game really proved that Colorado is a legit and solid ball team. They're not, like what I said many, many weeks ago, this AAU football team. They're not any of that. No. They're a solid ball team. And if I was in the Big 12, I wouldn't want to play these guys. Especially when they get Travis Hunter back. Because who knows, if they get Hunter back, I mean, that's a difference maker on 2 sides of the ball, defense and offense. I know you lost, and my Colorado fans don't want to take a moral victory, but I'd be really pleased with how my team played. They fought hard. It seemed like they were out of it, and they almost won this thing. So don't let the loss discourage you. Team looks good, at least in my humble opinion. Many more things I could say, but I'm tired, and we got to do a Sunday recap tomorrow. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below about that.